Why should everyone use the wood line during energetic spring, even if they don't have the wood skin conditions? Wood is one of the 5 aspects of vital energy and is fundamental to the optimal function of the other 4. In addition to the 5 seasons, elements, basic emotions, and skin conditions, the body is a host of 5 major fluids, 4 of which are clearly matter: red blood, fire; lymph, earth; blue blood, metal; and water for water. The other fluid of the wood element is simply energy, vital energy. You could say it's the energy of the energy because without wood energy, nothing else happens. This is why the wood treatment is always the first one we do in any series of treatments. The initiating energy of wood must be balanced before we go on to balancing the other 4 fluids. By stimulating vital energy flow, we give energy and nourishment to the cells to help keep skin radiant and full of vitality. Our wood vital energy must be kept in balance since it fundamentally supports the other 4 energies. An energetic deficiency left untreated for any length of time invites others, and problems will then accumulate exponentially. This is why everyone can and should benefit from any products of the wood line now during energetic spring. Follow for more or gain insight to add energy medicine to your healing practice. Go ahead and visit .tv/Fido-5 or email info@tanyad.tv, and I will see you on the other side. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic being.
Inshallah and Ashe. It's a mystical Monday. Blessings to you, you 300 plus energetic beings. Thank you so much for joining me. So we are entering the stage of our feelings, the astral realm, the feeling realm, the sacral. So turn on the notification, hit the white rabbit right now. It's the only way that we can ensure that this algorithm will give us the nutritional quotient that we all deserve, the value quotient, the optimistic venue, and the love quotient. So while we're waiting for people to hop on, join us live, listen to the replay, tune in to the afternoon or whatever timeline you're on. How was your Easter celebration? Was it a gathering of heartfelt community? I sure hope so. Were you able to get out on the road, traveling like a nomadic traveler? Comment below, share the joy of your day. But now that we have entered into the quadrant of our emotional field within the season of Aries, who am I? What action am I installing? Am I getting an upgrade or am I getting a downgrade? So the field of emotions welcomes us to something of a profound, probably prophetic feeling in our day. So what is a feeling conversation? What do you feel around your future? Who are you? And what do you say to you? Are you becoming alive? Are you passionate? Are you free-flowing? So Mars is in the season of what we feel, fire and water, threading the waves, and the universe is opening the door, welcoming in these emotional thread lines, encouraging us to know that our strength is in our ability to actually be vulnerable. It takes a lot of vulnerability to be strength and courage, right? So it's a day to set our emotional foundation. And being that Mars is activated or is activated in our emotional foundation in the season of Cancer, that's where that's coming from, the home of the goddess of the night. So our feelings are navigating the season of what we believe to be true, authentically heartfelt. So stay curious, feel into everything. I usually say question everything, but today is a feeling day, trusting our feelings and protecting our feelings along with validating. Feelings never lie. We get those gut sensations. It's kind of like telepathy. So in a strange way, use your feelings to be the soul's navigating tool today. So in order to be of soul authenticity, our most authentic, self-accepted, self-respected, self-loving self for the entire globe to see, it's securing how we feel within ourselves, rooting our feelings into the root center. Feel into that childlike wonder of where you are currently at. Are you in the element of surprise? Are you feeling excitement? Or is there kind of suspense of what lies ahead? So we come into this world with our root center activated, safety, security, the red zone, up to 6 months. And then we open up to our sacral energetic center, feelings, the first language, the universal language, if you watch children, feelings, right? Feelings speak through facial expressions if you watch children. And that's when our second energetic center gets activated, which I'll get into that more. But with that, welcome to today's Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host, I'm a practicing holistic shaman, medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon, a reflector by design. I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is just a choreography, a term I collaborated with the universe, which is a merging of them all. But my intention is to utilize the indigenous technologies, the elemental realms, the Imaginal, our original divine blueprint, to navigate our soul's harmonic through these realms and really so much more. Whether it's a dimension, a portal, a gateway, the cosmic energy, the cosmic soup, with offerings, prescriptions, ritual, usually the otherworldly kind, seeing through the eye of the creator, the otherworldly creator, if you will, to really add to the juice of our main stage container, bringing us back to the origin. Rituals are the origin. They are really food for our soul, our personal medicine, our prime directive, our gift and purpose. Everybody has a gift and purpose, so that our light shines brighter. There's no need to dim our light as we transverse these highways. My name is Tanya Dean. Welcome to my virtual medicine room. It's probably going to get a makeover again soon. And as usual, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do, YouTube or otherwise. I'm kind of navigating between YouTube and my podcast, Tanya D, where you're watching me now, and my podcast, Musing with Tanya D. But we're in the season of Aries where the root and the sacral are literally colliding, doing this cosmic dance. Maybe you can feel it down to your root. But before I go any further, once again, shout out to the village, growing, tribes excelling, all the new peeps entering the community. Ashe, blessings as always to my new subscribers, a validation. I love to get a voice of acknowledgement. I see you, new friends and guests. Welcome to the village, the show. And also, of course, those of you that have been a part of my journey, my community since the beginning. It really does take a village, a tribe. Honestly, it does. So gratitude and blessings to you and for you as always. Thanks for joining in. And of course, those that do tune into the replay later on your own timeline, your own time zone. And a comment if you feel like you're in a message for your day. I do have some great messages for today from a deck I'll get into a little later. Sharing's just another way to pay it forward. And of course, you can also find me on TikTok. Just remember, I am your otherworldly shamanic reflecting assistant. You truly are your own healer. But sometimes we have trivial pursuits, energetic hiccups. We get in our own magical way. And we need an otherworldly life coach assistant, myself included, to really get us out of our own magical way. And the daily snippet, what's this all about? Well, I really like to follow the insights of the planets, the cosmic highway. And by design, I follow the lunar energies, the moon, through the gates and the seasons. Tomorrow I have a gate activated. I always like to feel into what that feels like for my day, by the way. And my hair, my good Lord, get out of my face. Our root channel, it's emotionally activated, truly feeling the physicality. Physical empathy meets emotional empathy. Safety and security, kind of feeling it in those lower energetic centers. And the elementals, the 4 pillars. I bring this in because we all have an element by design. And once we understand our elemental foundation, then we know what element to actually ground into, what element is more useful for us, why we attract who we are attracting or maybe repelling. I do a mystery guest on Sundays. I didn't yesterday because it was the holiday, but I usually like to bring in the 4 pillars along with the subtle energies, the chakras, it's our root center right now. The shaman's portal and the sacral are all aligned on this day. And the channels, the pathways that are aligned or activated, even our auric fields, because we got to do some cleansing there. But our emotional field is on the high tide. So literally the astral field, you might feel like you need to do some emotional cleansing in your astral field. What we feel may be hypersensitive, maybe you're hyper aware. You may feel as if you are in need of discerning. Is this me or is this them? Picking up on a plethora of feelings within yourself, from others, all about the future, threadings, the streams. It's getting kind of curious out there. But the best choreography is not only allowing, but it's releasing, it's letting go. Once we let go, we become relieved, but relived. But more importantly, take the fluidity of time, the boundarylessness of space and water. So all the time and space that we need to really shelter ourselves, energetic boundaries from all of the outer influences that might disrupt our emotional balance. Inner peace is what I call that. Is it disrupting my inner peace? So your emotional balance, allow yourself the space, the alone time, the zone time to really integrate and process all of your feelings. And being that it's the last decan of the season of Aries, I would probably say this is kind of a Jupiter kind of frequency energy in a weird way on top of all the other stuff that's happening. But just feeling or even touching, maybe you're able to touch into the future, your actions, intentions, your long-term objectives of really what you want to flow in for this year. So feelings take precedence. They're not at a standstill. They start to flow. Being a large part of what our root center, our ego, is learning to handle and to manage. Sometimes our emotions get mismanaged. So connecting to our emotional field will be somewhat crucial, maybe critical, and how we respond to our feels marks the direction or the course correction of our life. How do you want to steer? What ship do you want to navigate? The vessel of who we are. So the energy is all about what we feel. Feelings about our actions, responder, and other choreographed ingredients in our behavior included, but not limited to, where we have already been, the past, where we're at in the moment, the present, and all of those potential futures that are flowing through us like streams of energy, literally like a rainbow bliss, honestly. So setting energetic boundaries of protection around our feelings, each individual one of them, so that they don't start to really overwhelm or kind of percolate into orbs, I guess. So if you're able to take them, label the ingredient of each feeling, each one separately, you're going to be able to do a better choreography with them. Easier. You're in calm, fluid waters. And if you're able to really focus or hone in on a feeling and separate them from the past, the moment, and even the potential futures. So the key is to have an emotional map that we are navigating through these waves. Waves of like the ocean coming in and going out, cleansing. So feel into where they are in motion, maybe where they're stagnant. Feelings, all of them, are they coming in from one thing? Are they flowing or doing a full pour into another? Kind of just feel into them. And if you're able to find the origin or where they're pointing to, or both, you're then going to be connecting the dots, the feelings, understanding them, the choreography of them, like where are they coming from, along with where are they moving forward or towards. So with that, just a few announcements, of course. The Season of the Witches, our audio artist this week, super excited. You know I get excited about my witches. Season of the Witches, these guys have been great. This is Marissa Nicole. That's our artist this week, my Musing with Tanya D podcast. Love it. The modality of letting the mind go. Who doesn't need that? So be sure to tune in, Apple, Spotify, comment. You could tune in also on tanyad.tv/podcast. And Sundays, I do have the Rising of the Origins. I do a 4 pillars chart. Don't ask me why I have this image. Sometimes I'm kind of peculiar, I must say. But I do a mystery guest, a 4 pillars chart in the Rising of the Origins. It's a private village, a community on Facebook. And I'm still navigating or getting kind of excited about. I am excited about, what am I saying? The Witcher's Way to Manifestation. Because we all manifest differently, uniquely. We all love, attract differently and uniquely. That's kind of the Venetian Mars kind of thing, what we love, attract. And yet we're all choreographing this soup a lot differently. And we're unique. We are layering. We are building this foundation. Possibly going into the root chambers and also the different heart chambers. I also do cowrie shell divinations. Why have I not been exploring this? So if you're in need on one-on-one soul support sessions, join me for that. And we still got Mongolia happening. I don't know why I didn't mention that further out, but that's kind of what's happening this week on my Cosmic Highway. Okay, on the 4 pillars, look at that. We've got a freaking mountain range. Young Earth Dog of a Day. Oh my gosh, literally a mountain range. But this is friends, siblings. They're going to be a stable support system for us today. The dog and the dragon release more of the yin fire, the yin water, but we have dry earth in the dog, and then we have wet earth in the dragon, the spring. The earth is wet. It's birthing. It's growing, right? Birthing wet earth. This is like spring, waters, moisture, yin wood in the dragon, yin metal in the dog. So all these flavors are activated. But metal, even though metal's hidden and there, we do need more of it. There's not enough. And that's what our day produces. It's what it does. Yang earth or yin earth. And yin water is rooted in the dragon. So at the hour of the tiger, we have an eastern direction of wealth between the rabbit, the tiger and the dragon. We are going to have this until the month changes, by the way. But that's wealth, abundance, prosperity comes in, visions and ideas, because they're doing this cosmic dance. The whispering of the winds maybe through those ideas. And just remember, the young earth is a mountain. We go to the mountain to tell the mountain our secrets, and we've got a mountain range. So we've got a lot of stability, reliable energy, practicality. So it's a challenge to really move a mountain, right? And we have a mountain range along with a big sun, and the sun shines light on everything that it's touching. So we might have a whole new perspective from this mountaintop range, by the way. A mountaintop perspective of water, of fire, of all the elementals, actually. It literally is another worldly perspective. And we also have a meadow with the rabbit and a flowing river. The sun reflects on the yin water. See how this flows? But metal is performance. It's the energy of our mountain range, but it's authority, it's cleansing, it's refining, it's words, it's our voice. It's Venetian energy as far as the cosmic highway and the elementals. But fire is parents, mentors to the young earth. And this is a resource that actually comes at a price. So we do have a resource in storage in the dog, so it's kind of balancing that out and it's rooting it. We've got the yin and the yang. So this is the heart, the small intestine. The small intestine delivers nutrients through the blood. Heart, red blood circulation in the body. So you might, heart connector is what I'm feeling. But the dog is more of the protector. So just muse on that for a minute. It's all balanced out, I would say. And our hearing sister, gut feelings, kind of between the two. Trusting the vibrations, the vibration frequency, and the energies. Yin water is wealth, abundance received for our mountain range. It's nourishing the minerals in a way, or kind of taking away and getting them in the flow. And the earth gives abundance, direction, like investments, residual income, inheritance, ancestral, fire energy. And the yin wood is, or it represents power to a young earth person or day. So coming into our power, our ancestors were possibly visionaries that became powerful with innovative thinking and ideas. But metal, all metal or mineral, that's community, which is great. It's a resource to our day to get in flow with community, storytelling, being a conduit for angels even, metal or mineral, genies, making wishes, but be careful what you wish for, the cause and the effect. It's kind of like the hindsight and seers and oracles, things we see or don't see. But metal, our mountain range needs something to do. Otherwise, it may become lazy. All that earth can become somebody who, they need movement, lymphatic circulation. So they're soaking up the sun. But life is flowing, right? It's flowing towards our day. The earth is turning also, right? That's how that kind of flows. Okay, on to our messages. This is going to be super fun. I have a new deck this week in honor of this week's upcoming podcast. It's called the Sock Monkey Oracles, if you remember the sock monkeys. But this oracle deck actually was gifted to me from one of my podcast guests, my audio artists. This artist this week is Shannon Grissom. Be sure to subscribe to be in the know of this week's artist. But this is her oracle deck, so I was super excited to pull it out. And our message today is speak no bad stuff. Slurring, speak no bad stuff. The 35, the 5 is our mind, the 3 is what we believe, which I mean, we do have the Sun and Jupiter doing the dance tomorrow. Happens once a year. What we feel and what we love, we heartfelt believe, which I'm going to get to in tomorrow's little message. But speak no bad stuff is also an initiation of committing, committing to who we are through our feelings, especially on a day like today. So the message here is if we can't squeal any good stuff, don't squeal anything at all. Squealing is a gossipy way. It's a form of focus, right? And what we focus on, that's what grows. Kind of like I'm seeing the wolf, the good wolf, the bad wolf, if you will. So kind of ask yourself, what do you want to grow in your galactic juicy garden, in your physical world? And feelings also add an emotional punch of growth, don't they? Feelings, the emotional feels. That's what I feel. That's what I thought. So if you're having a challenge or difficulty with someone, add the practice of loving kindness in your meditation. Kindness, of all the things to be kind. And during your meditation, I kind of do mine in a dream state sometime or a waking state most of the time. But stream in good wishes, good health, happiness, peace, all around your garden. Stay in the flow until your heart really means this intention, like you're in the flow. And in doing so, the entire world, the globe, shifts into a more flowing, loving, feeling, optimistic frequency vibration. So speak and squill no bad stuff, not to yourself, inside voice, and not to others. The divine reflection, fire on the water. So the focus is just that. It's loving, kindness, consideration, positivity, seeing the good as the universe is moving us to where we're actually meant to be, overcoming the forces of adversity. Love the voice inside of you and speak those loving words. That's kind of the message for today. And for tomorrow, I'll dive into these more. However, tomorrow we have love, which, oh my gosh, what a great little sock monkey card. Love with the sun dancing with Jupiter, 25, being mindful of our feelings. We then become a conduit for spirit, feeling thoughts, telepathy. Spirit kind of has a conversation with us. Fire energy, action energy. This is a passionate, ignited spark of just fresh energy, fresh light. It's the heart. So feels like maybe you're sitting around a campfire. Maybe you're ready for marshmallows and making s'mores. Maybe you want to roast a hot dog. I don't know, whatever it is. But life is about to get toasty and warm, abundant, smiling with the fiery sun upon everything that it touches, the fire on the month. Go for a hike, sit by a river, have a conversation, do a meditation with the river. The message is that love really has arrived. It feels like inspirited love, and the universe is always working in our flavor, in our favor. So if you've yet to encounter that big, juicy love, yet the answer or the message is to know that it's on its way to you and for you. And love comes in a variety of forms. It could be a form of somebody who lights up your heart. It could be your soul. It could be a project, something that inspires you or inspires you. It's that profound kind of love that really infuses the entire world with this radiant bliss, loving energy. Maybe it takes you by surprise, like you didn't see it coming. Maybe it's radiating your brilliant light. Maybe it's a burst of energy, shining bright like the sun. So you share that love with others just like the sun. That's kind of how I see the fire, the big fire of the day or the month, actually. Wednesday, we have believe, which is great. 6, this is opening up to accept or to receive. It's like, are we ready to receive what we honestly believe? So we all believe differently, whether it's the tooth fairy, the Easter bunny, the realm of the fae, if you're talking to me, or even the sock monkeys. So monkeys made from socks. Who would have thought? I think they're great, right? But asking ourselves, what or who do we need to believe in right now in the moment? I would say ourselves. Believe in yourself. This feels like kind of an overcast really from Tuesday when the sun and Jupiter are kind of molding together, like merged. So it's maybe you're having a hard time believing in yourself or in others. Maybe it's time to write your list of those I am statements. Read them out loud, read them proud all day long. I do. Maybe use a device. Maybe you record yourself on it so you can tune into that. You know, I've been saying I'm doing fantastic. I've been upcycling from I'm doing great over the experience. But this is miracles, the miraculous. It's faith. It's the last full moon, the Libra, the pink full moon, the faith degree. So it's positive thinking, self-esteem, it's willpower. Kind of feels like the solar plexus in a weird way. But love all the things that often require a bounty of faith, right? Faith, love of self, and the belief in ourselves. Kind of miraculous right there. And Thursday, what do we have? We have abundance. The one, loving ourselves. So this is a doorway kind of day. I'll kind of get into that later. But abundance, it's the charm, it's the leprechauns, it's the pot of gold, it's the rainbow bliss, the singers of the realm, the honey pot, if you know what I'm talking about. So it's time to swing from the trees. It's time to celebrate. It's time to get excited, claim it, feel it. Know that we are all born to feel, be, and have the universe. The universe is working in our favor. It's wild. It's abundant. So when our thoughts and our feelings are in alignment, they're resonating. That's Tuesday's message. Thoughts and feelings aligned with frequency, vibration, abundance. We then get this turbo energetic boost, and that's the blessing of the sock monkey. So when we complete this resonance, the circuitry, there's no room for anything else but success. And it's different for each and every one of us. This is the golden egg. It's the nugget. It's an opportunity. Maybe it's a rapid windfall. Blessings, gratitude, you kind of get the idea. So just affirming that we are abundantly blessed and being grateful for what we already have with the energy of the week and the messages, I would say I would affirm that I am in my sacred feeling space. I'm tidying up my good feelings. So, whatever that looks like for each and every one of us, it just reminds me that of what's so bad about feeling amazing or feeling good, whatever it says. But just remember, speak no bad stuff is the message for this day. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Blessings to you, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye.
Yeah, so I would say it probably all started with generic manifestation, looking up that and kind of slowly being introduced into that world and branching out from there. Human design was a huge catalyst for me when I found that, but it took me so long to get out of my mind. So I was using human design from the standpoint of the mind, which Ra Uru Hu said himself, it's very fascinating for the mind. You know, you can go into each center, each gate, each line, the expression, how it all ties together. But at the core, it is all about being and not letting your mind be the driver in the situation. And that right there is really all you need. Because when I was doing plant medicine, you know, that was almost like it was an excuse. It was a way to fully commit to saying